Top U.S. officials have pulled out of peace talks in London aimed at securing a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy says discussions will still take place, but they have been downgraded to a lower level. Crystal Gomansing is in our London bureau tracking the details, and she joins us now. Crystal, what caused the talks to partially break down, actually?
Well, Deanna, it appears that the U.S. Secretary of State, as you mentioned, pulled out of the meeting here in London at the very last minute yesterday. Now, there are some people who are saying that this is an indication of where the talks stand and the potential to come up with a peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia. However, American officials yesterday said that wasn't the case. Take a listen to the rationale that was given as far as Rubio not attending today's meeting.
In this particular instance, while the meetings in London are still occurring, he will not be attending. But that is not a statement regarding the meetings. It's a statement about logistical issues in his schedule.
So logistical issues, according to White House officials. However, those logistical issues come at a time when there seems to be a crunch going on in terms of reaching an agreement. We do know that U.S. President Donald Trump has said repeatedly he wants to get an agreement, wants this war to end. But there's a lot of fear that getting that agreement will mean Ukraine having to give up quite a bit. Specifically, European and Ukrainian officials have been concerned from day one it will mean conceding territory. Now, Ukraine has said that it understands that there will need to be negotiations, but they say there is a hard red line as far as recognizing Crimea, for example, as Russian territory, or any of the other 4 areas that Russia annexed during the full-scale invasion, specifically Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia. Now, it has been reported by Axios that a final plan, a final peace proposal will be submitted at the meeting here in London by U.S. officials, and that paper could include some official recognition of those Ukrainian territories belonging to Russia. Ukrainian officials are here. They say they are willing to negotiate, to talk, but that is a non-starter. So it is not clear, Deanna, how much talking will actually happen, how official these conversations will be, or if there'll be really any progress from that very starting point. And of course, everyone is now wondering where that leaves us, because U.S. President Donald Trump has said he's committed to getting an agreement, but he's also willing to walk away if there isn't progress soon.
Now, of course, this all comes amidst the fresh wave of Russian air attacks on Ukrainian cities. What's the latest there?
Yeah, there has been a number of attacks overnight and over the last couple of days. Specifically, we're looking at areas in the east. They are always targeted, and we have seen heavy bombardments with drone strikes across Kharkiv, Poltava as well, Mayonets in the east as well. There were 9 people killed when a bus was hit by a drone. Ukrainian officials also saying about 30 people injured. And this really does add to what Ukrainian officials have been saying, is that given the ongoing strikes, given strikes that have killed civilians and on needed infrastructure such as energy sites, that Russia is not actually willing to go to the table to have peace negotiations and halt its invasion of Ukraine. So again, with the latest strikes that we're seeing in Ukraine, Ukrainian officials are here in London saying they're willing to negotiate, but they want to see real advances towards a ceasefire and eventual peace. Deanna?
Thank you so much for that, Crystal. That's CBC's Crystal Gomansing in London.